For the longest time, we've treated sales rapport as some kind of art form, right? It's this magic thing you either have or you don't. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? What if rapport is actually a science? Today, we're going to dig into how you can actually measure the quality of a conversation and the trust being built, turning those gut feelings into real hard data. So let me just ask you straight up. How good are your sales reps at building real, genuine rapport? I mean, you probably have a feeling about it. You listen to a few calls, you look at the numbers, but how do you really know? Because here's the big problem, and it hits everyone, from your greenest new hire to your absolute top performer. We are all, as humans, just not that great at judging our own conversations. Our intuition about how a call really went, it's often way off. And this creates what we call the rapport blind spot. It's that critical and often huge gap between what a seller thinks happened on a call and what the customer actually felt and experienced. A lot of this blind spot, honestly, comes from an old school sales mindset. This research quote just nails it. The idea that sellers just talk at buyers and that buyers are just these passive recipients. I mean, come on. That completely misses the point that a sale is a dynamic, two-way street. It's a dance. So here's the heart of the issue. Most sales coaching focuses on keywords, talk tracks, the script. It's all about what was said. But the real clues, the signals of trust and engagement, they're hidden in the structure of the conversation, in how it was all said. That's where the real story is. Okay, so if it's not just about the words, what are these real signals we're talking about? Well, this is where a pretty fascinating field of science gives us the blueprint we need. It's called conversation analysis, and it's a proven science for understanding how we actually build meaning together when we talk. It looks past the dictionary definitions and gets into the nuts and bolts of a conversation, the stuff we all do without even thinking about it. And what's so cool about this is that we're not talking about vague feelings or vibes. No way. These are concrete, observable signals that AI can now measure across thousands of calls. Things like the back and forth rhythm of turn taking, the timing of pauses, those little ahas and yeps we call back channels, and even how forcefully someone makes a point. And this isn't just theory, okay? Research shows that something as simple as the tempo, the speed of a conversation, has a direct, measurable impact on how much someone trusts and likes the person they're talking to. And it's not about faster being better or slower being worse. It's all about finding that shared rhythm. So the big question is, how do we take all this cool science and actually apply it at scale across an entire sales team? Well, this is where technology comes in and gives us a brand new, powerful tool. What we're really doing is making a massive leap from the column on the left to the one on the right. We're swapping out those subjective vibes and gut feelings for objective, measurable signals. We're moving away from feedback that's inconsistent and really hard to coach on, and we're moving towards actionable data that helps build a repeatable process for excellence. The process itself is actually pretty simple when you break it down. First, you just capture every conversation. Doesn't matter if it's on a phone, video call, whatever. Second, the AI gets to work. But it's not just transcribing words. It's analyzing the deep structure for those key signals we talked about. And finally, it serves up clear, actionable insights. Think of it like a conversation mirror for both the reps and their managers. All right, this is all great, but let's talk about the bottom line. What does this really mean for your business? Because this isn't just about collecting interesting data. It's about driving real, tangible results. When you start analyzing these signals, you suddenly get much better discovery because the AI can spot hesitation or engagement that you'd normally miss. Your objection handling gets so much cleaner because you finally understand the customer's actual concern, not just the words they're using. All of this leads to coaching that is laser-focused on specific behaviors. And the end game? More consistent, more predictable outcomes across your entire team. And listen. If you're thinking this is some niche idea out on the fringe, you need to see this next number. The shift to data-driven conversation is happening as we speak. 71%. That's a huge number. That's how many business leaders are already saying that conversational AI is going to have a major impact on their business. The train has already left the station. So what does this all add up to? Well, it means it's time to write a new sales playbook. Time to rethink what sales excellence really looks like. And this right here, this is the fundamental shift in thinking. The goal isn't to just go out and find those one-in-a-million hero sellers anymore. The real goal is to build a scalable, repeatable system that makes everyone on the team better. And this is the key takeaway, the thing that separates this approach from everything else out there. Standard call recording or sentiment analysis might tell you what was said, but conversation analysis tells you what actually happened. It shows you the dance of the interaction, the give and take, the precise moments where trust was either won or lost. So I'll just leave you with this one final question to think about. What would it mean for your business if every single one of your reps on every single call could be coached with objective data based on what actually works to build trust and close deals? What could you and your team really achieve?